the first meeting we had with Captain Rodney Maddox, who was in charge of the criminal investigation team, and he said, guys, I know there are a bunch of different theories about what may be going on, but he said, we've got to let the evidence drive this case.
The transition between the outgoing sheriff and Derwin Brown had already begun. Transition team has identified about 40 people that they thought they were not going to employ, and it actually sent them letters.
Prior to Derwin Brown taking office, he actually did an interview with me. It was the only time I ever met Derwin Brown, and the purpose of the interview was to explain why he was letting go 37 Sheriff's Department employees. And his promoters and his supporters said, don't do that. Don't do that. You just need to let them go when you become sheriff. And he says, no, it's not right. It's not the right thing to do. I want to give them a heads up. And that created motive among the people that knew they were going to lose their jobs because they really hadn't earned their jobs through traditional law enforcement channels.
There was also something back in the summer. Derwin had mentioned to some people at police headquarters that while he was out campaigning, they thought they were being followed. And they confronted the person. And it turned out it was an individual that worked for the Sheriff's Department named Patrick Cuffey. Well, he passed it off as just, some kind of a chance encounter. I wasn't following you, that sort of thing.
I said, you need to get a surveillance team immediately on a deputy named Patrick Cuffey. Cuffey had been on the list of people to be fired by Derwin Brown.
The detective went to the location to set up one. It was a few hours later that he noticed two figures come out and get into a car.
They followed them to the DeKalb County Sheriff's Department jail, where they circled the jail twice, and then got back on the expressway. I said, well, what happened after that? He said, well, our team backed off because they thought Cuffey must have known he was being followed and he was going home. How did they tell Cuffey the crime was solved that night? The main thing that broke the case wide open was a shootout that took place at Patrick Cuffey's house.
Cuffey by then had been discharged from the Sheriff's Department. It was about 10 o'clock morning, and they heard gunshots. And someone peeked out, saw all these cars and people running around shooting and fighting.
Patrick Cuffey had been involved in a drug deal, and Patrick Cuffey had hidden some evidence. And so now he was looking at some significant times.
So he was subsequently arrested, and the deal that led to Cuffey's own confession and his subsequent confession of Paul Skyers in the deal. It was all brokered by J. Tom Morgan at the district attorney's office.
They sweat it. They bring Cuffey in and put him in a jail cell, and they sweat it. It's just as old-fashioned as it sounds. He doesn't like being in jail, and he sits there for weeks, and he has a change of attitude. He would tell us everything about the murder of Derwin Brown in exchange for immunity from prosecution. And I remember just my eyes bulging out of my head. Well, you needed a driver. That was Paul Skyers. Melvin Walker was the turn man. Ramsey and Cuffey were really best friends, so I think they were kind of in it together. This wasn't, the drug group was never Navy SEALs or anything. These were two guys who couldn't get hired by the sheriff. One guy was basically the sheriff's, right-hand man, and one guy had some basic law enforcement training.
They were able to establish who the actual shooters were. The shooters, eventually confessed before assassins who went out there together, and had circumstantial evidence that it's the New York City authority.
Three people in the murder, but sheriff left Africa. Those persons being charged on. Former sheriff, Sidney Dorsey, Walker, David Ramsey.
Sidney Dorsey actually turned himself in. They called his attorney. He turned himself in that night. We arrested Melvin Walker and David Ramsey and charged them with murder, and that started the prosecution train.
DeKalb County certainly has its share of violent crime. But killing the chief law enforcement officer, that's like killing the head of the FBI in the nation. How does that happen? I just can't even begin to describe how shocking the allegation was.
He's been in a police force. How could somebody make that kind of order and not think it would trace back to him?
All right.
This is business news.
Take you to Main Street and Wall Street. Dive into how big money.
This is a game that you play with just the arrow keys and the enter keys. There's the other key or so. But like right now, You get into something you can interact with, it lights up. Okay.
We had some great times together.
And to interact with it, all you gotta do is press enter. Some stuff you just won't interact. Oh, well. Yeah. Anyway, this way is to out. This is a locked door over here. Shortcut. It's locked. Enter. Bolt it from the other side. Okay. Well, this is the way you save the game right here. You're gonna go to the computer. Whenever you find a computer, remember where they're at. You go to one and you save, load, delete the file from a disk. I don't know, I understand what that is yet. Run statistics program. I don't think I've done that one. And again, log out.
Look closely at history.
And then
this
over here,
of low gold piece was the purest gold
read
coin ever
notes.
struck by the U.S. government. It was the first
Signorina.
U.S. coin ever struck using
You were expected clever. You are, as expected, clever. Like the most who finds fresh carrot among the bold cheese. Give the strange welcome the locked gate and a big black dog. You have to be sure to keep. You have to be sure to keep uninvited guests away. Meet me inside on our journey. 116 years back in time is about to begin. The past is the key to the future. Alright. Yeah, just press enter again. Now, what that was a reference to here.
But during our special release,
He says open the gate.
gold-clad masterpiece can be yours for only $9.95.
Oh, what you do is you can't go back to, you can't see what it was.
2002. Price can only be guaranteed for 7 days.
The gate is open.
2024
Okay,
$50
anyway,
Buffalo Tribute proof order.
Right here there was a puzzle you had to solve.
Verifying that
in order
each
to open the
piece
gate.
is clad in 14 milligrams of 24.
Now you can get out.
This proof
See?
struck
This is where
and
you
is
came
based
in.
on the famous design of James
And the gate is now
Buffalo
open, see?
Eagle. There is a strict limit of 5 proofs per color. Distribution will take
And the
place
dog's
at
still over there.
registration number order. Earliest reservations receive the lowest registration
And you can go
numbers,
this
so you
way.
must hurry. Avoid disappointment and future regret.
No.
Call now.
To order the
You can only go back to the gate.
$50 Gold Buffalo Tribute
You can go back to where you came from.
4770. That's 1-800-217-4770.
You went into there.
Strict limit of 5 proofs per caller. So don't delay. Call 1-800-217-4770. That's 1-800-217-4770.
And you came from over here.
With Patrick Cuffey and Paul Skyers.
Right here from the car. You started at the car.
Sidney Dorsey was charged with the murder of Derwin Brown.
You, the car is where you pretty much learn how to do a lot of things. Press escape key, it brings up.
They both received life in prison for their role
Which one is
in
it?
the assassination. It was now Sidney Dorsey's turn.
Oh, if nothing is highlighted and you press enter, it brings you to this.
There's lots of crime in the
Okay. You can escape with the escape key, return game. You get out of there by pressing the X key.
Which means if we were going to pick a jury,
If you're in front of something and it's highlighted, you press the enter.
in this case, can you come in?
You get to see what you were looking at.
What have you decided already?
Alright?
In
And
Doherty
then you press
County,
get out of it.
many of the juries didn't know anything about the case.
And here's how you keep track of the game. So far,
So we moved to Albany.
truth recovered, I don't know what the hell that is, but it's 2.2%. I don't know if it's plus or minus, probably plus. Current location, I'm in the forest. That's my stress level, it looks like I'm alright. It's not going fast. Temperature is medium. Caffeine influence, apparently I don't have any. Bladder also, and economy. I haven't found any money. Oh, you go around, you got to find money. American dollars. Okay, you can check your photographic memory, where you do the maps. So far, you only have the forest maps, documents that you found, or read,
Cuffey is not the planner and instigator.
letters that you found or read. No, just letters that you found and read.
Otherwise, we can't go forward.
Okay.
And she said,
And you have some more unknowns to get.
and go after the people responsible for my husband's death.
Current position is what you have.
Ladies and gentlemen, this case.
Okay, you have a key,
He could not.
a tampon,
A man so
and
corrupted
a
by power that used the office.
bite-sized gaming system. I don't know what the fucking bite-sized gaming system. Bite-sized
A man so consumed by
stolen in the gatehouse. Okay, so I found it in the gatehouse and I stole it.
When that man won, he divided
In very good condition and has almost no visible
Reed
scratches.
did not believe he did.
Very
He
light.
wanted to be there.
KLB Electronics 1982, not for resale.
And it was
It's printed on the label
almost
on the
like
back.
an expectation
The bite size was a handheld game console developed
that
by
he
KLB
was
Electronics
his family
magazine.
was not supposed to be supportive of.
Advertisements from 1982
and the defendant.
suggest that the console would have launched the same year, but no source have been able to verify that the console ever released. Some sources claim the device was withdrawn due to players receiving severe eye strain. The console is said to have been able to install games and applications
Cleaning up the corruption in DeKalb County.
on the internal memory
Sidney Dorsey
and
did
display
this
three
because he couldn't
colors:
stand to lose his power.
white, gray, black, almost simultaneously on its 180 by 180 pixel display.
Unimaginably into this RICO.
All right,
Sidney Dorsey stands before you.
the tampon, you can read about it if you want.
The state of Georgia.
I have no idea what she's. I guess women carry tampons
Racketeering.
at all times. They will never be caught without one.
Violation of oath.
That's a car key.
And fence.
Okay.
It seemed to me it's still
Lily
good.
Christine, or LC for short.
It's a good, clean murder case. Either he did it or he didn't.
She came driving a Lily
And what
Christine.
James Morgan did to his, I guess, supposed to his strategic credit,
Uh,
was he combined it with all of
Yeah.
the misuse of power.
And then you get out of here by the X and
My
press enter.
strategy was to divide the trial into two.
Mental notes. These are stuff that the game tells you you have to accomplish as you
Close
go.
that evidence and then move
So,
on to murder. I was hoping-
I've unlocked the electrical cabinet, I've unlocked the gatehouse, and I've unlocked the front gate.
Can you tell?
I can do it on the cabinet.
Whether or
I'll
not
show you where that's at.
were ordered to
Unlock the gate to the
Sidney
cemetery
Dorsey, the daughter
and
of
meet him at the
Dorsey,
hotel.
Back and forth from the county
To meet him at the hotel, I don't know.
Yes, I was. When you were.
I think I gotta go back in time to meet him at the
Sheriff of
hotel.
County between 1996 and.
Personal history. This is what I've done. Opened, found, entered, saw, explored,
That's correct.
and arrived.
Ladies and gentlemen, the jury.
Arrived, explored, saw, entered, found, and opened.
Most law enforcement officials, especially in the sheriff's department,
All right.
knew that Sid Dorsey was misusing these.
And to get out of here, you go to X and press enter.
Your boss.
This way is, yeah, you can't go back.
So, we did. You know, just what I'm saying, if you don't, then you.
The,
Yeah, I wasn't at all surprised because I had learned so much about.
this mausoleum or the graveyard or whatever it is, this way.
I mean, he ran that place like it was his own. life.
Graveyard, gate is
And he had
closed.
no compunction about
It's locked.
anything,
It's locked.
no matter how outrageous.
Can't get in, it's locked.
Against him, some cash for himself.
Did you ever have occasion
And
to
then,
work
if you go this way,
as a security guard while you were on duty at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I have.
How did this come about? How did you know to do this first time?
there's caravan.
First time.
Can't get in, you got a ticket, I think.
So the deputies being paid by taxpayers,
Yeah, it's
and
locked.
Dorsey being paid by the bank.
There's a letter slot in the door.
For basically free labor,
Tickets.
which is, you know.
It's scribbled
yeah, that happens to be
in
illegal.
red paint on the slots. A ticket.
So they made a RICO case and got everything, including the kitchen sink.
Alright, and the only other thing is to go back and enter the,
Abuse of the RICO statute, it wasn't what RICO was designed to do, in my opinion, and it perverted the whole trial.
find money here, it's like it's laying around.
Phone call, and it was from the sheriff's department, and they were saying that
You can't go that way.
that Sheriff
Alright.
Dorsey had a
You
request.
can go that, that's river, oh, that's what it is.
We went to this
Go this way.
house, then he just kind of like
Back to the,
just started getting all over me. He violated
Back to the
his
hotel.
female.
This was a perfect case of murder, Sheriff. You know, he did
His
it.
dog.
That's what I think he was entitled to.
Dummy!
Instead, we're hearing.
Hey, dummy! Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
What does that do to murder?
You can pet the dog. He's a good dog. You can walk around here. If you walk around, you'll find money and stuff. See, like right here? See how I glued?
She was
He glued!
sexual favors to
The money glued. Press enter. Remember, glued, you press enter and you interact with it. See, you found $1.
Is you had
You found $1 because the dollar glued.
Indicted that, well,
Then here,
drugs to see was going to be a shooter.
I
Creator.
knew we were going to have Jose Carlson, Patrick Tuffy.
Yeah.
He did him as much as anyone else
artiste.
did.
A creator and an artiste. And passed away is what? Next week. And I think that a queen, a magician.
And welcome everyone watching at home. We're here to remind you
Then
that we have
here,
agents standing
sculpture.
by right now to
I'm a
answer
dreamer.
your
A
questions.
magician and a
So being
dreamer.
injured in an accident was not your
Got
fault.
another $1 on that?
Now, find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth. I'm Gina
Huh?
Bellich, here with spokesman and TV personality Tom Mustin. So Tom, tell everyone watching at home who should call
Yeah,
right
check it
now.
out.
Well, Jamie, first off, thank you for having me here at the studio.
I think I've been in here.
Who should call in? The answer is anyone who's been injured in an accident is not your fault. Should give us a call right now. Agents are standing by to answer any questions you may have and tell you how much your case.
Surveillance monitor.
Thanks, Tom.
Nothing on the
So how
surveillance
close is this to you
monitor.
today?
Well, Jamie, we're getting calls about all types of things. But the most common has been car accidents. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident that is not your fault, take that first step and give us a call. We'll answer your questions and we'll find out if you have a case and how much it's potentially worth.
Thanks, Tom. Call now.
The ones who keep facilities up and running know that even the smallest part can make the biggest impact. At keeping your day on track
Ah,
means paying attention to every
and at the
detail,
gate.
and that the right partner can turn every challenge into mission accomplished. Industrial grade products backed by professional grade expertise. Call, click Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Guilt has the designers that get your heart racing. And inside the prices you every day. Hurry grab them. Designer Flash. Designer sales at up to 70% off. Shop guilt.com today.
I'm visiting stomach troubles. It's either yogurt, pork, or citrus. Oh, or maybe it's cinnamon. Now, I could start by removing a lot of things from my diet and adding them
Okay.
in one at a time until I find the culprit.
There's somebody at the gate.
I can find out what might
Which gate
actually
then?
be bothering me before removing
Can
and
I
adding
open the
things
gate?
back in again. I'm gonna do that.
My friends call me Sam. I naturally hold a lot of stress.
Hold this
in
shortcut.
My digestive system, as a lot of women
Gate,
do.
look.
When I started taking DSO1, I immediately noticed how much lighter I felt, vibrant, alive. It really helps me stay regular, and you're not bloated at all.
You
I
can all go left and right.
DSO1 to everyone. You don't have to start DSO1 today.
So that's how they're so productive. They use fiber. Look how
Yeah.
quickly they find freelancers. Oh, simple. Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
And grow your business easily with freelancers.
Yeah.
Sidney Dorsey was charged with the murder of Derwin Brown and 14 other counts that included 2 RICO charges, 1 bribery charge, 1 violation
So,
of
an
overarm
old-fashioned
and
man
9
is surveillance
charges
monitor.
by taking. It was time to hear from the sheriff's deputy, who once considered Sidney Dorsey a father figure, but who was now
Unlock
accused for the
shortcut
prosecution.
15.
You saw the swear grounds.
Amended the gate.
Give this book to real issue back to the truth.
Unlock, keeping that yet.
And
Unlock
the
the
kind
gate.
of such make this
Keeping it yet. Unit of hotel.
Patrick
Alright.
Sidney Dorsey collected a group of misfits,
Okay.
young men who wanted to
Can't
be
do
law
the-
enforcement
can't do the
officers
case.
who didn't really have the background that
Current
was led them down that
possessions,
path other than
memories.
seeing it on television and wanting to carry a gun and drive a car.
Did you consider him to be a father figure?
Yes, sir.
Did you consider yourself to be that close to Sidney Dorsey?
Yes.
Yes, sir. When Sid Dorsey decided that he wanted Derwin Brown to be killed, he chose the person in his organization that he believed would do it, and that was Patrick Cuffey. Patrick Cuffey worshipped Sidney Dorsey. He was his role model. He introduced me as his son. And Sid Dorsey knew that Patrick Cuffey would do anything the sheriff wanted him to do. So he called him to his house one day, and he said, "I've got a job for you."
Did you go on your own to Sidney Dorsey's house?
I want to look at your request.
Did you in fact have a conversation with Mr. Dorsey at this time, sir?
Yes, sir.
Describe that for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please.
While I was on the patio, he handed me a paper that was folded. When I opened it, it said, "Kill Derwin Brown." I asked him, why?
Did he respond?
Okay.
What did he say?
I should have. Maybe
What happened to that note?
okay, at the gate, huh?
Mr. Dorsey put it in his mouth and started chewing on it.
Go to the gate.
You know, Dorsey's a homicide detective. He knows what leads evidence and what doesn't leave evidence. And he initially didn't want to strangle it, so as to not leave forensic evidence, not leave shell cases, not have a murder.
Was David Ramsey involved in the murder?
Yes, sir.
Was Paul Skyers involved in the murder?
Yes, sir.
Did Melvin Walker agree to participate?
Yes, sir.
Was he involved in the murder?
Where's Gay at?
Yes, sir.
Were you, Mr. Cuffey, were you involved in the murder?
Yes, sir. Patrick Cuffey was from the Caribbean, and he is
Where's the guy at the front gate?
named David June Ramsey, who's also from the Caribbean. And then Patrick Cuffey and David Ramsey are going to get Paul Skyers, another friend, a job in law enforcement. And then, hey, why don't we get Melvin Walker a job in law
Front gate.
enforcement? So when the decision was made to murder Derwin Brown, these 4 Keystone cops were given carte blanche to do it.
Was a decision made as to who was actually going to be the shooter?
Yes, sir.
And who was going to be the actual shooter, sir?
I decided at my home one evening that, well, why don't we pull straws to see who's going to be a shooter.
I knew we were going to have problems with Patrick Cuffey because I hated him as much as anyone else did. From the day I met him in my office before the murder took place, until the time when he's describing in monotone about the assassination of an elected official like you and I are talking about when we had some breakfast in the morning.
Who shot and killed Derwin Brown?
Melvin Walker.
And whose request was Derwin Brown killed?
Another request of Sidney Dorsey.
The man who stated that?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever?
Yes, sir.
Patrick Cuffey had a lot of baggage, obviously. He was the actual, one of the assassins, with a group of 4 assassins who went there that night and killed Derwin Brown. Needless to say, we had to deal with that. Prosecution says, why is the chief law enforcement officer hanging around with these people? Why are they his employees?
The person was honest, and that's what
Okay, so it's in progress.
The 4 hitmen, Patrick Cuffey, Melvin Walker, David Ramsey, Paul Skyers.
Okay, can use 2 seconds to figure out the progress.
For this assassination. Dorsey ordered them to do it that night, that they couldn't wait any longer.
This can help me,
Sheriff-elect Derwin Brown was about to be sheriff. So they knew they had to do it that night.
if I have thoroughly finished with investigating an area.
But we promise we'll take care of it.
And the other 2 I can use them to experiment to figure out different. If I have to choose, between 1 or 2 or A and B or whatever, those 3 will help me fucking decide.
Yes, sir.
I'll play. Those are the 3 slots I use for decide.
Or any law enforcement agency.
I have at least 3 saves there.
Sidney Dorsey.
No, sir.
And those two, top two,
from this stuff other than Sidney Dorsey.
I've been using this to keep track of the progress.
He could get himself appointed the interim
All
sheriff,
right.
and they get an opportunity to rally his forces and run again and win again. The other individual says it all.
Hey, where is the old man? He's supposed to be
The circumstances or the situation is the
in
evening
the.
of December the 15th of the year 2000.
From my position, I can see they're getting up this far. This is
Good doogie. So what is it?
And at that time,
An artist and a what?
I can hear the rapid.
An artist and a what?
At that point, I then
A
got
creator.
into my position and I started running towards where the shots were
Okay,
fired.
an artist and a creator and a magician
Yes, sir.
and
David
a dreamer.
Ramsey fired 8 shots that evening.
Okay.
81 other than Melvin Walker fired shots on that evening.
No,
So
sir.
here,
There was inconsistencies between Coffey's description of the actual shooting, where people were standing.
To explain how
unless you do much here.
are found all along the right side of both vehicles of Stacy's exhibit 8. Yeah, shake shell casings
Right
in
there.
down.
My colleague Brian Steele was actually profounding him and saying, the shots don't mirror what, in fact, you described as being the scene of the shooting.
Well, all I can testify to what I told you is that what I saw. I saw him get out the car. I saw him stab. I heard the gunshot. I know where the shooter is. I know where the rounds is. And I know where I'm supposed to be. That's all I can testify to all of this. That's all I can. That's all these other stuff I don't know anything about.
So, you
Good
put him up,
doogie.
but in the end, he is the assassin.
Good
He
doogie.
was to get away with the murder during Brown without being sentenced properly for your
Alright, I
crime.
think I've explored everything there is here.
Mission was to follow
There's
through.
really nothing else that,
requested by Sidney Dorsey. And your mission was to never be held responsible for
okay,
the
so it's not that. I
assassination
gotta
during Brown.
figure out the code for the door.
Sorry. Your mission
It's gonna be like a
was to-
3-digit code.
Everything you did was so you would not be held accountable.
And I still can't find that old man. Oh, he's gone?
Everything I did went. Lies to the police.
That sucks.
Lies to the media. Everything. I
Maybe the
said
act of me going out
was
there caused him to go.
myself
Okay,
and
so he's no
people
longer
you
there.
love. You got away with it. Now they're gonna- I'm here telling you about it.
And that's the only place I can go.
Understand. You are the lowest scumbag of the earth.
Small steps, like a tap, a new part of your routine, or a moment for you, can come together to make big changes for your weight loss, hair loss, anxiety, and more. Get a personalized treatment plan 100% online at forhers.com.
Don't buy Viagra or Cialis anywhere before trying this trip. It's called Friday Plans, and it's the only way to get 9 tablets of 100 milligram generic Viagra or 20 milligram generic Cialis delivered for just $7. Let me show you. First, scan the QR code to go to getfridayplans.com. Then,
Well, he
choose
left.
if you need
Oh, I
generic
wanted to see if,
Viagra or Cialis, the quantity
I don't
you
see
need,
no numbers.
I'll pick 9, and the dosage. I'll pick 100 milligrams.
So,
Thank you very much. And then their system will see if you qualify.
where would I
Give us a second
find
to find the best deals, and boom.
the combinations
Look
for
at
the
that.
shortcut?
9 tablets of 100 milligram generic
Anyway,
Viagra
so-
for just $7. 9 tablets of 20 milligram Cialis are the same price. The prescription and shipping are free. Scan the
It's a
QR
checkerboard.
code to go to getfridayplans.com and see for yourself.
And
Too busy to work out 7 days a week? Want to get better results by working out right? You need Lift 4. I've had days that normally would take you an hour and a half to the gym. They were 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week. Yeah, only 4 days.
okay, it's a hat.
Make this the summer you feel good about yourself.
He left his hat.
The first 500 people can buy and download the entire Lift 4 program for just $59.95. Just go to Lift.
But I don't see nothing when I go up there.
Lift4.com. This is Proof, the fastest pet odor eliminator in the world.
Go to the gate.
It's safe for people, pets, and planets.
Here's the gate right here.
To eliminate the stink from any organic odor. Yet it's safe enough to use on pet toys. They're bad, even on them. So why
That's
waste money on
the-
any product that doesn't totally eliminate the stench? There's
Yeah.
only one.
Ah, okay.
Available online and at these stores. If it's not true, it's
There's a calling card hidden inside the hat.
Modern universities for people who want to
I am half a magician without you. Have you permitted the enchanted pleasure of entertaining you this evening? You complete me. Lorenzo the Great. Oh, Lorenzo.
Home Depot
Okay.
just cleaned my entire house for $19. Seriously, $19. They showed up right on time and did my dishes, my laundry, they even cleaned my windows. You just pick a date, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for
Patterns and
$19.
inscriptions.
I love using Home Depot,
Calling card.
and I think you will too.
Patterns and inscriptions.
based on both sides of the aisle here. It can be seen on both sides of these aisles.
Got a dollar. Got a dollar. A dollar. Okay, man at the gate, so I took care of that.
The state was about to rest
Unlock
their case, and
the
it
shortcut
seemed
15
unlikely that the defense
or
would call
16.
anyone
16.
as a company and
Unlock the caravan.
committed to being
Unlock the
involved
gate
in
at the
planning
cemetery.
The assassination of Derwin Brown. But with their
Meet him at the hotel.
convinced the
Should I do all of this before I meet him, or what?
behind bars for the rest of his life.
Huh?
Is Gerald Thomas Brown, GOW?
I guess I gotta,
I was hoping by the time we
I
finish.
gotta do all that. Okay, unlock the shortcut.
Michael and all the other witnesses.
That's what the company is.
Jury will be dismissed at Sidney Dorsey. So
Unlock caravan. I need ticket. I can find a ticket somewhere. Unlock the gate to the cemetery. Meet him at the hotel. Gotta find a key.
Person totaled 12 in number.
So old-fashioned man, surveillance finder.
That he saw her back in the evening of December the 15th of the year 2000.
If his hat and his calling card.
Seconds to a minute, and I'm probably being very generous here.
now the jury can see a motive. He was a narcissistic man who had lost his election, and he would do anything possible to get that job back, including murder.
Well, this is the,
Are you the widow of the late sheriff-elect Derwin Brown?
Yes, I am.
I became very, very close.
in numbers.
And my heart ached for her. This is a
Oh,
wonderful mother. And
so it's,
and literally killed her.
Where
triangle.
were you all waiting for Mr. Brown to get home?
We were in, all of us were in the
It's
day.
upside side
We
triangle.
were sitting around and we were just talking, and all
Line
of a
three.
sudden I heard what sounded.
If it's this diamond, single square,
When I called 911, my first call was,
it's
there's
shoot
a
with it.
shooting is, next
And
door
then
to my
the
house.
right
I'm
side,
still thinking it's next door. And
the line to that,
remember,
and there's an upside down one over here.
and when I walked out the door, I looked to my left over
Alright.
there, and Derwin was lying there. And I remembered I was still
I
on the
guess I
phone.
gotta remember that somewhere.
I told him, I said, Captain Brown just has been
Uh,
I knelt down. And when I looked in his eyes, I know he saw it.
I can wonder where I find the progress.
Your Honor, on behalf of the people of the state of Mass.
That's a state case.
All right, gentlemen, you ready to proceed? All right, ready for the defense? All right. This
Where do I
feature-
find the progress?
Sidney Dorsey had the opportunity to be a sheriff that DeKalb County could be proud of, but instead, he turned the sheriff
I know where the
into a
place.
personal chauffeur, babysitting, Lexus, Mercedes, and limousine
I don't see it
repairing,
at the beginning of the
park toting, door unlocking, Happy Meal fetching, drive infested, scandal-ridden organization that crushed the pride and morale of the good men and women who work there. Don't let them steal the truth
deliberate about questions of morality.
American dollar. I got $2.
We're here to answer a question of law, which is whether the state has proven its case beyond reasonable doubt. City Dorsey wasn't at the ground on December 15, 2000. But the insiders used this tool to keep the life of Durham Brown. They've already taken the life of
the outside.
The insiders are now using you as their tool to take the life of another ship. They find Sidney Dorsey not guilty of every crime.
The other side.
This
The other side.
who had the motivation to kill Durham Brown, and that was his political opponent.
You go that way.
If you aid, abet, encourage, solicit another to commit a crime, you are guilty of the entire crime. Ladies and gentlemen, justice demands a verdict of guilty.
You go that way.
Each and every count in this case.
Go that way either.
The jury finds the defendant as to count 1 guilty. As to count 2 guilty. As to count 3 guilty. Count 4 not guilty.
The ladder.
It's interesting, the things he was.
Oh, it's $1.
The charges that were associated with Shirley.
American dollar. I got $3.
Corruption and RICO indictments. But most importantly, he was convicted of murder.
And in a case like this, the general goes.
How do I get to the ladder?
It's walk free, but it's the one who ordered the crime. He's the one being held responsible by the community.
How do I get to the ladder?
Ultimately, justice has prevailed.
What gives you the right to take somebody's life? You know, that person, he had a family. You took that away from us. And I think it all should be taken away from you for the rest of your life. You should die in jail. You should never get out. As you watch yourself in the mirror,
There's another $1.
understand
Is it?
you are the lowest scumbag.
This look, it's getting darker too.
And I will not ask Judge Becker, I will not ask the DA or anyone to take your life because, like I said, my God has that in his hands. And as you sit there, shaking your head, what I wish for you is the fact that every night when you go to sleep, I want you to have a picture of Derwin every time you close your eyes. Because that's all I have.
Ace Brown, his widow, was
Not a
not
dollar?
given any kind of compensation package because he had left his position at the police department and he had not been sworn in as sheriff. And so the leadership of the county turned him out. So yeah, I carry a lot of guilt about the way this all turned out because of what I pursued as a story.
I was not a party.
A pothead. You wasn't a pothead?
Orchestrate. I did not plan. I did not play a role in the diabolical, horrible murder of the sheriff-elect. However, here I am. I never thought that an innocent man would be convicted of a crime that he didn't do. Your Honor, I know you're going to sentence me severely, but I do not have blood of Durham Brown in my hands.
I realize today that I carry remorse for it happening, but sadness that DeKalb County and its African American population was turning a corner in 2000. They were electing.
Should I go in or what?
Believed in, they were proud of, and they
Tell you
were.
what, let's go save it first.
All right, Mr. Dorsey, if you'll please stand. Mr. Dorsey, as you know, you were convicted by a jury in Darby County of the following, and I will sentence you as follows. As to count 1 murder, you were found guilty. I sentence you to life.
Dorsey got life plus 65 years, he will die in the German prison system.
Been parole board jury, you're gonna parole him unless it's for medical reasons, you know, towards the end of his life or something.
I was shocked and, just unbelievable. Because in a lot of ways, the verdict we felt was being passed on to us.
I wonder what this does.
A couple of years later, I received a call from the district attorney. She called me personally and said, "I've just left the prison."
That's 3 of 10.
To his role of murder.
That's all I've got. in the hotel?
Exactly, but he had indeed.
Just 10 more things to get outside?
And tried to recall it or something.
Mausoleum, quiz club,
Actually, what happened about
red
that,
maze,
within 5 years, his wife
Teatro
was
Rosso,
dead. His family's
the
in
vast,
shambles.
fourth,
So, you asked me
prototypes,
what would I change? I think I would have been a little bit more
quiz
vigilant,
club.
and I would have
Still
done.
between one is questions and the other one's money.
You need to be very,
Shortcuts,
very
down any
You
shortcuts.
telegraphing that you're going to let those 37 people go at the sheriff's department. That's not going to go unanswered. Something is going to happen. I wish our community would have been more vigilant in the sense of protecting Derwin Brown.
Tragedy continued
I
for
don't
both
think
the
I have
Brown
any.
and Dorsey families post-sentencing. We said Phyllis Brown died due to complications of a stroke in 2006. Sidney Dorsey's oldest son, Sidney Dorsey Jr., was murdered in 2018. Dorsey remains behind bars. I'm Cameron Hall. Thank you for watching. Stop. Thank you.
Now, I did make some progress. 2:21:58. Alright, should have like $2. Yeah, there you go, counting. $3. I got $3, $3, $3. A hat. Hat.
What drops are you doing here? No, heroin, okay. Inside this facility on the outskirts of Lisbon, people come to consume drugs. They smoke or inject under the supervision of medical professionals.
Okay, maybe I can give you some numbers here.
Drug decriminalization. It's a controversial method in the U.S., but here in
That's
Portugal,
3.
it's been a reality for more than 20 years.
Anti-3.
And it's helped the country dramatically reduce
That's
overdoses.
anti-3.
4 years ago,
3.
Oregon decided to do something similar.
First in the nation in Oregon.
3, 3, 3, 3.
First state in the country to decriminalize
Smaller amounts of illegal drugs.
small amounts of marijuana.
But in a short time, lawmakers walked back the groundbreaking law and recriminalized drugs.
The fact is, we screwed up. The fact is, Oregon voters were sold a bill of goods on Measure 110, and now a majority of them have buyer's remorse.
My voters are very concerned about drug use in their homes, their businesses, and their schools.
We cannot say it failed when you didn't implement it.
This city is still ours too.
What would you say to Oregon lawmakers about what they're
Do I
doing?
go inside the door?
Listen, it's a missed opportunity.
Can there be a future for decriminalizing drugs in the U.S.?
You doggy.
Hey, are you okay? Are you overdosing? Look at me, look at me. You need Narcan? Are you overdosing? Yeah?
We had been driving for literally less than a minute, and we found someone who was totally
Yes,
passed out and just gave it Narcan.
You were out just now.
There's a key next to the door.
It continues to be at this point. We had, at one point, like basically an open air drug market. Fentanyl is so powerful, and the volume that I'm seeing here, I understand why it is a crisis.
Keypad. Okay.
Have you ever
1,
used
4,
Narcan the same person more than one
7,
time?
8. 1, 3, 4, 2.
The streets of downtown Portland look very different from a few years ago. People believe it's due to Oregon's drug decriminalization law.
2.
When I walked into your business, I went to open the door and it was locked. get in until someone buzzed me in.
What?
That's a pretty extreme measure for a hotel and coffee shop. How often are folks who are living on the street, dealing with addiction, trying to get in and facing that locked door?
2,
Do you support the criminalization of hard drugs?
I do, until there is other systems in place, watching somebody be marketed 3 times in the same day.
Go back to the home.
You have to change.
Yeah, I gotta go all the way back just to say this stupid game.
If it doesn't change, I don't know what we'll do.
Oh, we're not going the wrong way, huh? Yeah,
In
we're
the
going the
fall
wrong
of
way.
2020, Oregon voters passed Measure 110.
The goal is to increase emphasis on treatment rather than punishment.
More than $100 million annually would go towards addiction services. The program would be funded partly by Oregon's marijuana tax revenue. Instead of being arrested, people in possession of small amounts of drugs, including meth and fentanyl, would receive a ticket. They could pay a $100 citation or not if they opted to instead call a substance abuse hotline. The criminalization part that we saw before 110 went away, and it was replaced with citations. Did that work?
We don't know, because we never implemented the system.
Terrorverse organization was one of the leading advocates for Measure 110, but after the law passed, things
I gotta
didn't
go
go
through all
according
of
to
that
plan.
to save the game.
A citation was supposed to have the directions for a person of like, here's what you can do to get help, here's how you get rid of your $100 fine, here's the phone number.
Impossible shouting from the
There
door.
was no marketing of the number. So you have a number.
Inaudible
but it's not
shouting
printed on
from
a ticket.
inaudible shouting from the. What the fuck
Nobody
is
knows
that?
about it. It's amazing that anybody called that number, quite frankly.
While Measure 110
window
went
there.
into effect February of 2021, funding
There are
didn't start to go
not
out to
notices
service
about
providers
events
until
and
16
happenings at the
months
hotel.
later.
The money was not being
Notice about
remitted
being
clearly, so
missing script
they
pages.
felt like they had too many things going on, which
Alright, then they can get me some information here or just a load of junk.
to the executive branch for the fact that
Script pages. Has anybody seen my lost pages? Last seen in my typewriter January 11th.
It just wasn't
The content has cosmic personal value. Cosmic?
this is a political issue, period.
There is a substantial reward for finding all 9 of them. Live with them personally. I am staying
Coverage of
in
the issue
room
began to spread in the country and
1963.
became a political talking point.
Drug overdose rates in Oregon soaring.
Notice
But a
about
study by
exhibition.
NYU and the CDC found
Exhibition.
no
Memory
evidence that this law contributed to the
Second floor, open all day, free admission.
pandemic and the growing
Among the many
presence of fentanyl
portraits,
played a major role.
photographs, and sculptures in the collection of Hotel Les
We're in front of Hoover
Let-
Detox Center here.
That's,
It's 7 a.m. and
uh,
there are a group of people waiting in front.
guests and visitors are welcome
Blankets
to
and really cold.
visit the
This is
exhibition
the
hall
first
on the
step
second
in
floor.
their treatment journey.
We are proud to currently be hosting the Derby Patient Media
So some of these people
work
may be
of Lorelei Wise, as well as our
Do
standing
you have a sense of why you got turned
showing
away?
of
I have no idea.
Renee
I was reading
Schwartzborn,
that they accept people based on the severity of their condition. And I also noticed
Cooper
that you look really put together,
paintings.
you know, and you look like you could be walking to work. because that has
There's
nothing to do
something
with
written
it.
on the
It's
back
not
of the
what it
note.
does. The thing is like, it doesn't mean that I'm not, here's your addiction. Oh,
Where?
I'm sorry. And if I don't have it, I will go. into
Second
DC
floor
and I'm willing
open to the
Even though millions were
Enlightened.
poured into addiction services, Oregon is working at a deficit.
Have
A study by
you-
the Oregon Health Authority found the state still needs
Uh,
twice as many treatment services to
have
meet the
you
demand, leaving many seeking
taken
help, fighting for limited
the
access.
challenge, I guess, to knowledge
Hey, how you doing? This is Martin.
and
I've got a missed call from this number. Hey, baby, how you doing? This is
1969
Martin.
BY
I just wanted to call reach out and see if you found
Deck.
I know that they're super limited on beds. Hey, so I'm gonna shoot you
Gets
right now. Call me up and get you.
out
That's what people want to take.
what?
Yeah,
To
you can call me, text me anytime.
Every time you go,
and you leave and it doesn't work out, it's a lot harder to get in. And if you're coming back multiple times,
Out
you gotta get the back
into
there.
Our intake coordinator, he'll get anywhere from 5
Out
calls a
into
day
A.
to 60, 100 calls a day, just depending on the day. Can you
EHOW.
most people? No. The really
OHB.
heartbreaking thing is that most of the folks that
The
are
wall.
only needing services need that
Of
detox first and need residential or need some
ERUE of
stabilization that we're not able to offer.
O2R.
Steel Treatment Center is an outpatient
Out
program
into
in
A.
Portland, Oregon. There's no standard treatment plan for substance use disorder. Methods vary
Are
according to
you
each patient's
the
needs. The many treatment plans include a combination of detox
for
safely managed withdrawal symptoms, inpatient or
foretold?
residential, in which a patient receives
No
24-hour care and supervision, and outpatient treatment, where patients are able to integrate back into daily life while still receiving treatment.
CENS.
Oh, that's
MULIER.
you go do that now?
No.
It's
What is that?
exciting. Yeah. I bet, man. I don't want to go back out there.
MULIER.
That's how I feel, man. It's here.
It's so much better, bro.
Yeah.
LCENS.
And there's a way out. Things that slip you up with the small things, like the things that are like somebody comes over for a party and they leave beer in your fridge, you're like,
LCENS. FORE.
Shalane Patel has been sober for 16 months after years of struggling with substance use disorder and living on the streets.
COLB.
What does your life look like right before you sought help?
Pretty dark. I was in such bad psychosis that I didn't remember who I was.
At what point did you know you had to get help?
I was
Not even words.
I tried numerous times.
What's the challenge? I mean, from your perspective, you pick up the phone and what happens?
Everybody's trying to get in once, and then all availability, one bed.
Okay, maybe I gotta.
Open. One time you get a bed, you already waited so much long, and so you're already loaded.
Yeah, like-
and have to leave worrying to go get resources. Basically, I'm in the state until an ambulance will find me.
HABEUYOU.
Treatment options were so
They can
limited
be.
that you actually had to walk to another state.
Correct.
Measure 110 funding went to various harm reduction
HABE.
but anything that's covered by Medicaid did not
YOU.
receive funding, including detox and inpatient treatment. According to advocates like Solara, this funding model makes it near impossible for these treatment facilities
CHALL.
to stay open without the government support. This really seems like a costless issue. If you have Medicaid or private insurance, then your care is going to be suboptimal.
Residential treatment centers are incredibly expensive to operate.
Have
because
you
they
the
need
challenge?
for our staff.
You taking the
Reimbursement
challenge?
rates are so low for residential that there's
Yeah,
really no ability to open new centers and get our staff.
Have you taken the challenge? Knowledge.
At Field Treatment Center, she is looking forward to graduating.
W.
You walk us through like what specifically you've done here that's really helped you.
LEDDE.
PTSD, worked with parenting stuff, working on that now. I had some support through people in the community that were like really supportive with men, with children in recovery.
And are you ready to? That's when it starts to get.
Happy for my son. We're reuniting. Makes me nervous.
When was the last time you saw him?
I was 8.
How old are you?
And
Oh my God.
are you
Who do you want to be as a dad?
ready?
Supportive, good listener. Yeah, just want to be there for him.
And are you ready to?
Are
STE
you or a loved one between the ages
G
of
or
50 and 80
Q?
years old If you are younger than 80 years old, do you receive Social Security, Disability, or Medicare?
The G
If
is
you
that
answered
way.
yes, you may qualify for $30,000
That's
in
a Q.
funeral insurance. for
STEQ.
only pennies a day. The average funeral costs around $11,000,
STEQ.
and Social Security only pays $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the balance. Call now to see if you qualify for $30,000 in funeral
And
insurance coverage
then
from Senior Legacy
out
Life. Your rate
into
will never
a
increase. Your benefits will never decrease, and there is no medical exam, even if you have a pre-existing disease or illness. Don't be a financial burden to your family. Lock in your rate by completing an application over the phone right now. Will you qualify for funeral
out
insurance up
into
to
a
$30,000 for only pennies a
W
day?
O.
Find out by calling
The
Senior
H
Legacy
is
Life.
no, that's an R.
1-800-300-5888.
W O R O W O R L D A.
That's 1-800-300-5888.
World. W O R L D. True art.
Folks, and welcome back to the Legal Help Center, where we have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and give you a free consultation. I'm Gina Bellich, and I'm here with spokesman Rob Reese, and you can reach us by calling the number right on your screen. You can also email us at help@legalhelpcenter.com, or you can go ahead and just visit legalhelpcenter.com and submit a question there. So if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, we have legal professionals available to answer your questions and let you know what your case could potentially work. All right, Rob, let's let everyone know
It was not your fault, and you do not have an attorney. You need to give us a call right now, because we're going to answer all of your questions. We'll let you know how much your case is potentially worth. You know, after you've been injured in an accident, it's a very scary and overwhelming time.
TOLD.
A lot of questions. That's why the legal team is available to you today to answer your questions, to let you know how much money.
How come it didn't make sense before?
So
NOCENS.
It's great to see so many people getting the help they need. So Rob, let's also talk about the fact that phones have been ringing off the hook. What kind of calls have you been seeing?
Gina, we're seeing calls from all kinds of accidents today, from car accidents.
Are you the one who told?
We've had a couple of work accidents, truck accidents, and a couple of motorcycle accidents as well. And those could be extremely serious.
No sense.
Those are typically very serious.
What's
in
no
nature.
sense?
But the most common by far has
sense.
been car accidents. So I encourage everyone watching at home, if you've been injured in an accident, or someone you know has been injured in an accident that was not their fault, and you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to take the time to answer all of your questions, free consultation, and let you know how much your case is potentially worth.
Mueller. No sense. No sense Mueller? Who's no sense Mueller? Are you the foretold no sense Mueller?
5,000 miles away in a small
We welcome
country, drug treatment looks a little bit different.
We welcome you. Come on. REAL. 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 CONNO. Connoisseur. To see it.
In Portugal, patients can spend around 3 years in the rehabilitation
All in the
from detox to reintegration back into society.
red
In the 1990s,
gallery.
the country was consumed by the
To see
lethal
it.
opioid heroin. In
All
part due to needle
in
sharing, Portugal had the highest HIV rate in the European
the
Union.
red
Political leaders from both sides and doctors
gallery.
including Joao Bilal agreed to try something new, decriminalization.
On the second floor.
Us to consider legislative issues mostly have the health and social perspective rather than the criminal one.
So just a matter of a few years, we were able to create a network of
okay.
and to provide treatment.
Exhibition. Second floor
Within
open
10
to
years,
the at night.
overdose and HIV rates dropped more than 80%. In Portugal, anyone seen by the police using drugs in
Okay.
public must go in front of a
Mueller,
generation
no
commission.
sense. No sense, Mueller.
The group usually includes a psychologist, a social worker, and a legal aid.
Who the hell is
They come
no
up
sense,
with a
Mueller?
tailor-made treatment plan depending on each individual. The majority
Okay.
of treatment is covered by the state. When you
Ghost
reflect on those years, what do you think it was that made the policy
Guided
so
ghost tour
statistically
with dinner. Backyard. Sign up
To
required.
offer treatment.
Brave the haunted dark nooks and crannies of the hotel and soak up the atmosphere of centuries past. Our nightly ghost tour is exclusive to our bravest guests, as the old building is home to a wide variety of spirits, good and bad. Most famously, the Countess, who said to stalk the hallways in search of her eyes. And who knows, perhaps you will also be invited to find and enter the main hidden passages on the tour. Please observe that pre-registration is required and that children are only allowed the company of an adult.
such as clean needles and pipes across
Alright.
the country.
Notice about fortune telling and magic show. Fortune telling and magic show location TV to be announced. Free for hotel guests. Since its opening, the mystery of magic and fortune telling has been synonymous with hotel let's job. Let's job. I guess that's how. Our guest can meet with the local mystic or enjoy his mysterious magic show. Be aware, he always has a trick up his sleeve. Ooh. Notice about quiz. This night, secret location only for members. Be knowledgeable. Feel knowledgeable? Try joining the secret quiz club. So let's jaw. It's the proud home of Europe's most trying trivia nights. How trying? Trying? Well, try finding it in the first place. Those who find their way to the hallways of wisdom, we promise an elite quiz which will challenge your awareness and perhaps you'll put your survival skills to the test. Damn. Damn! Notice about lost documents.
One major difference
anyone,
in the U.S.
our documents
Yes,
too. Please come by our temporary studio in basement. You know of their whereabouts. Thank you.
Portugal's government decentralized and divested funds from the Drug Institute. Much like Oregon, the country began to see longer waits for rehab and more public drug use. But Galato's message remains. Without sustained investment, this program can't work. A lesson Oregon learned the hard way.
I think I can go that way.
Politicians who are serious about getting elected in Nevada cannot neglect the Hispanic community.
There's lots of stuff.
Hispanic residents
This stuff.
represent about 30% of the voting population
Machine of
here
some
in
kind.
Las Vegas. Its diversity, not only Hispanic residents, but African American
lock
residents,
there.
API, and so
Picture there.
is on Nevada by both. I'm Steve Civilians in Las Vegas.
Door there. Lithograph.
Attention, consumers who have used the heartburn medication
Lithograph.
between
That
1980 and
lithograph.
2019. The prescription and over-the-counter medication Zantac has been linked to cancer, ranitidine,
A dog like all other dogs.
carcinogen, and DNA, which has been linked to cancers of the liver, kidney, pancreas, esophagus, stomach, bladder, breast, prostate, and colon. Zantac was recalled and pulled from the market in 2020. Several manufacturers of the heartburn medication Zantac have already entered into settlement for consumers who have developed cancer using these medications. If you or a loved one took the heartburn medication Zantac and were recently diagnosed with cancer,
You may be entitled to
The Ace of Hearts plus, and what was that? Something about a dog?
Call 1-800-600-2585. That's 1-800.
A dog like all other dogs.
1-800-600-2585.
That's a shortcut. It's
Are
not.
you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
I gotta find the number
Understands
for
the
the
process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books.
Yeah, find the number
Shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get free author copy to help
I'd
you
like
use
the
your
elevator
We
hall.
realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors
Here's
freedom and
service.
flexibility throughout the publishing process.
Yeah, this elevator is not a service. We recognize. We apologize for the inconvenience. Elevator service info, telephone.
Your book online and in bookstores
Mouse,
everywhere.
Mr.
Your book in
Gum,
ebook format and sell it on Amazon.
HBMG,
And to these distributors.
GmbH.
Authors love us.
So if you bring a devotional, memoir, self-help,
Cell.
or any genre, reach
Cell
out.
61.
Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today. Call for your free
Child.
888-65-9909. That's 888-65-9909.
That's it.
Sign up for a year of Body today and get the results you want at 72% off. Join America's favorite trainers, leading over 120 structured home workout programs, creating thousands and thousands of success stories. Nobody does
They never appears in the item order.
In fact, CNN_Sport has rated Body the best fitness app. And with this special introductory offer, new users who sign up for a year of Body get 72% off. Sign up today at body.com. That's bodywithanI.com.
At the start of 2024, Oregon's governor declared a state of emergency due to the hail in downtown Portland. Lawmakers were under pressure from the public, those who wanted to recriminalize, and those who refused to go back.
Discovered the elevator, entered hotel. An old-fashioned man. Entered the hotel and discovered the elevator. Discovered the elevator. So
House Bill
nuts.
4002 passed.
Yeah, there's out of order, padlock, and elevator hallway.
Possession,
Unlocked
and
shortcut.
marking a historical reversal of reforms. Under this new law, counties are still encouraged to offer
There's a lot of
treatment
shit.
and probation before jail time, which can last up to 6 months. But it's a major shift as legislators admit
Petition.
for what was a
$3. I got
policy
$3.
years ago.
I got
Do you think it was,
$3.
I don't know, throwing the towel in too early?
That is nuts.
But I have to live in the political reality just like everybody else does. My
Orange
voters
map.
are very concerned about public drug use in front of their homes and businesses and their schools.
You've always been in favor of a public health approach to substance abuse and addiction.
Right,
But now you're in favor of
Doctor
recriminalization, so why take that
But
stance?
with
So the
this
bill that we passed,
exhibition,
House Bill 4002, I think
about exhibition black back.
you're using
Going
difficult
back,
drugs
yeah,
in public.
back.
We're gonna take you someplace and ask you to do
It says
So
this.
they won't go to jail?
No. They'll go to a drop-off center that is gonna be focused on.
Have you
and
taken the challenge of knowledge? And are you ready to
How will you close that gap, particularly as you try to put more people
STE
into our treatment?
We passed 2 bills.
Steg
and
out?
Increase the reimbursement rates by
Steg
30%
STEQ.
for Medicaid. There's probably more than we can do, but at some point, we have what we have. We're spending an additional $250 million.
STEQ? Are you ready to STEQ?
In theory, it seems like that program, has a lot of promise, but without the infrastructure for treatment in place at the moment, what does that program look like?
Are
They
you
probably build that airplane load.
B or two? Persons Mueller.
That's my green silver house. That's where I live. This is our living room.
Mueller's and sewer.
Must be meetings or
C
we just come to relax.
O N and Gary. Get to the second floor.
At Pedro's little arcade.
Those by the seeing script pages, those by fortune telling, those two are.
Just a moment. But I
Those
didn't
by
know
the
what to
elevator.
do. At first I was like, overwhelmed and scared. But then when I see them all, it's like
Better.
great.
Signed letter by the dog. Army restores superior correspondence by the year. Yeah.
As a war hero fighting for our freedom. After I received the Silver Star in Afghanistan, I tried everything for pain relief, even CBD or small picture shots. It's not approved to do a damn thing. This is Hempana, the high blood pressure safe pain cream. It's guaranteed to relieve pain, and it's only $19.99. I put it on, and the pain is gone. Here, packed with oil from the cannabis sativa plant, and the highest concentration of pain reliever allowed.
Oh well, I'm falling asleep. I can't keep my eyes open.
Your neck.
But we got
And
We got some stuff done. 1.9. I started at 2.2, I think it was. So it's something. Current location, elevator, first floor. Oh, I gotta go save it.
Pain every single morning.
I gotta go save it.
You know, after 4 back surgeries,
I gotta
I
go
tried just
save
about
it.
everything. Feel real good. Having something that works this fast, I'm just amazed. Hempana will give you the freedom to do whatever you want without pain slowing you down. So if you want to go to pain relief without the high price tag, that's high blood pressure safe, you need Hempana. Only $19.99 with absolutely free shipping. And if you don't begin to feel instant relief, send it back for a full refund. Even if the jar is empty, Hempana has joined forces with the Patriot Fund, donating a portion of proceeds to help our veterans.
Four.
Strict limit of 2 while supplies last. And remember, Hempana is safe for adults with high blood pressure. Order now for free shipping. Call 1-800-237-6908. That's 1-800-237-6908. Or visit Hempana.com. To call 1-800-237-6908. Order now.
224. Sounds good. All right, that's it for Lorelei and the laser eyes. It looks like it's going to be a very challenging game.
It's the kind of elite level it's all designed.
No matter, because it's the only place I can say it, and this is where I wind up at.
We had to do quite a lot with keys, the grips on the steering wheel to be for my hands to be a lot smaller.
All right.
Boys.
Let's quit Lorelei and the laser eyes. New settings, don't even bother going there. Let's do that.
When you look out at pit lane, it's tough to tell.
Also, you confirm.
More often than not, it's a man. The shift both on and off the track is taking place in the world of motorsport.
I want to quit Lorelei and the laser eyes.
In my sport, and so we do want to get these eyes down in the sport.
Just again, Lorelei and the laser eyes.
To the garage. Carving out spaces for themselves in a sport.
Let's go over here and do this.
What drives you?
And here we are. We're gonna quit Lorelei and the laser eyes right now. There we go. Don't quit it.
Underway. Long-standing jobs are beginning to close.
I don't know how long I've been on. Maybe an hour and a half. I'm gonna go with short takes in this game because the progress is slow. Lorelei and the laser eyes. So, we shall quit. Tomorrow's Monday. Back to work, people. Let's do it. Let's make them happy. Make more money. Make more money. All right. So, until then, we shall back again. Until then, goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, well, that was it. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.